Hello, and welcome to WiseJ.net Designer in a Nutshell, building your first application. First, you'll need to go to the WiseJ website and download the VSIX, that is the Visual Studio extension. So you can see it's right here at wisej.com/builds, and here I can download the designer. We have WiseJ.net 3.5 as well as 4.0. Once you've got that done, go ahead and open Visual Studio and go ahead and create a new project. You'll see up here you can select from a couple of options. We've got WiseJ.net 3 and WiseJ.net 3 Hybrid, WiseJ.net 4, and WiseJ.net 4 Hybrid. Let's go ahead and create a WiseJ.net 4 project, so we'll click there. And we've got a couple of options here for a couple of different templates. Let me just show you real quick the difference between a web page application and a web application. So if I create the web application, click Next. I'm just going to call it Web Application 1. Create. OK. Side note here, if it's not opening the designer, there's a couple of things you can do. You can make a dummy change to the file. So I just added a new line and hit Control S. The other thing you can do is you can press Shift F7. And there we go, that opens the designer. But you can see now the icon has updated. So once the icon updates, we close out of this, you can just double click on that and that'll open the designer. So we can see here we've got a window, and if I go ahead and run it, there's our window there. So we've got a window on a page, right? So that is the web application. One is a window on a page. Whereas if you just do the web page, it'll just be the web page. So let's go ahead and show that one real quick. Create a new project. So we just did web application. Let's do web page application. We'll just go with the default name. And here you can see now we have page1.cs instead of window1.cs. Again, in order for it to open that designer, we need this little symbol here to update. So you can just either wait a little bit or make a dummy change like that and save, or we can do Shift F7. And there we go, it's updated. Double click there to open it. And here it is in the designer, and then if I run it, you can see it's just an empty web page. Okay, so we've got our application created. Let's go ahead and add some things in the designer. So I can click down here to open the toolbox, and you can see here all of the controls that we can add. We can search at the top, so maybe I want to add a label. And then once I've got this label here, I'm going to hit escape a couple times so that it's no longer selected. You can also add a button. Again, I'll hit escape a couple times so that it's no longer selected. And let's go ahead and do something with this button. So you can add a click event to the button. If you go click on the button here, you can see the properties window down here. If it's not showing up for some reason, if you click on this little icon, the properties window will show up. If you click on this lightning bolt here, we can see the events, and you can see there's a click event. The other way to add a click event to a button is you can simply just double click on the button. But let's go ahead and double click on this click event here. And so this has added a click event to the button. If we actually go ahead and look at the designer file, so you can see we've got page1.cs. If you click on the little arrow down here, you can see there's page1.designer.cs. If we right click view code, we can see here the code that's been created. So we can see here our label and button have been created. There's our label and our button. And here is our button click event that's automatically been wired as soon as I clicked on that there. But anyways, let's go back to our page one. Right, so this is the designer. And then I can right click on that page one and go to view code. So this is our code. This is our button click event. Let's go ahead and show an alert box. So this will just show an alert box, and then this text here will just be the text that is in the alert box. So just going to say clicked. Let's go ahead and Control S to save that, and then click up here to run it. There's our button. I'm just going to click on it, and it says clicked. So there's my alert box right there. The other thing that you can do is you can add extensions. So if we look at dependencies here, you can see there is our WSJ4 package, our NuGet package, and you can add other NuGet packages for extensions. So let's go ahead and right click on dependencies, manage NuGet packages. Again, you can see our WSJ4 package is installed. And if for some reason you did want to change the version of WSJ4, you can change it in here. If you wanted to use WSJ3, you need to install a separate NuGet package. Or when you initially create your project, you could choose to create a WSJ3 project, and that would install the WSJ3 NuGet package. But let's go ahead and add an extension. So let's go to Browse. Let's go ahead and add the signature extension. So I'm going to search for WSJ for signature. There we go. Install. You can see it pops up here. So we've got the NuGet package here. Let's go back to our designer. And in the toolbox, I can search for signature. And there it is. And I can simply click and drag it here. And it'll be in my project now. And if I go ahead and run this now, I can click here and I can draw in the signature box. Alright, so that is a simple WSJ.NET application that's been created. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Stay tuned for more. Bye.